For Eric J on Sports, I'm Eric J, and this is what I think. Recently, and when I say recently, I mean within the last couple of days of this recording, Mercedes Mone has won another championship. She now holds 11 actual championships, 12 if you count the interim Ring of Honor women's television title, which means she has 14 belts that she carries around. Now that in and of itself is not the problem. It's okay that she's won 12 titles and it's okay that she has 14 belts. So before I get into what the issue is, let me explain how independent wrestling works with regards to marketable stars. If you're a wrestler that has name value, if you're somebody whose very name can sell tickets on a small show, you get signed to a wrestling show, and the whole purpose of you being there is to boost the box office. So when you go in, they will set up an angle. Maybe the champion will be in the ring cutting a promo saying, I've beat everybody in this company and I need new competition, whether they're in this company or from anywhere else in the world. Somebody needs to step up and challenge the champ. And then name value wrestler comes out of the tunnel. And name value wrestler comes out and cuts a promo on the champion, and then the next thing you know, there is a title match. The title match happens, name value wrestler beats the champion and is now the new champion of that company. So now what you've had is you announced beforehand that name value wrestler was going to appear at your event, and it sold tickets. But then when the champ comes out and cuts promo on name value wrestler, and then name value wrestler says, let's have a match, and then name value wrestler beats the champ, you now have name value wrestler as the champion of your company, which means that name value wrestler has to come back and appear again and boost the box office for your company. When you hear the old guys in the podcasts and in the YouTube videos talking about individual X drawing money, that's what it means. Eddie Kingston, Andrade, Chris Jericho, Mercedes, whoever it is, individual X has to now come back to your company and draw money. Their name on your marquee has to be enough such that when people see that, when they see that Bishop Dyer, formerly known as Baron Corbin, Donovan Dijak, is going to appear at your show, that name and the name value that they built up from TNA or WWE or Ring of Honor or AEW or New Japan or wherever they were, that name has to be enough to get people to pay money to see that person. So then name value wrestler comes back with the title. Maybe they win a match, maybe they win a second match, maybe they win a third match, keeping themselves strong in the eyes of the fans. Then all of a sudden they start an angle with top guy in your company, lowly guy in your company, whoever it is. And then through the course of that angle, company guy beats name value wrestler. And once company guy beats name value wrestler, now not only is company guy the champion of your company guy is also now known as the guy who beat name value wrestler. So now, because company guy has defeated name value wrestler, company guy is now stronger than name value wrestler, which means that if Bully Ray comes into your company, wins a title, and then he loses it to company guy just beat the WWE and TNA Hall of Famer, Bully Ray. Now, the champion of House of Glory Wrestling, a company owned by Amazing Red, is a guy named Charles Mason. Now, Charles Mason is a guy who won his title by defeating the current champion, Bully Ray, and Tomohiro Ishii from New Japan Pro Wrestling in a three-way match. So Charles Mason is a strong champion because he defeated a two-time Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer in the same match. Now, why am I saying all of this? Because that's how it works. That's how you make strong champions, and that's how you have guys in the company who can draw money for the company. All he has to do is every time he comes out and cut a promo, say, I beat Bully Ray, I beat Tomohiro Ishii, I'm the champ. What are you going to do about it? And then the guy who beats him for the title is the guy who beat Bully Ray. And the guy who beat Tomohiro Ishii. So that's where we get back to Mercedes. The whole point of her winning the titles is so she can go back to these companies and help these companies draw money. But the funny thing about it is Mercedes has 12 championships. But through all of those belts, she's had 8 title defenses. And you're saying, okay, but think about it. And I'm not counting the AEW TBS title. Let's eliminate that one for a second. Between the other 11 championships that she currently holds, she has a total of 8 title defenses, which means she's had fewer defenses than she has belts, and most of those defenses are in the CMLL title. She has not defended any of the belts that she has won from all of these other little companies, which means she's not even returning to the companies to help them boost box office. She's not even returning to the companies to put her name on the poster so people can buy tickets and come and see her. She is not even helping the companies. Having all these belts is building her brand. Having all of these belts is maybe helping AEW draw ratings, but it's not helping with the tradition of the business where she comes in and wins a title and then goes back and defends it so they can put her name on the poster and so that the other companies can make money by virtue of the fact that she has returned. And then ultimately somebody beats her and company woman or company person becomes a strong champion because they have defeated the great future Hall of Famer Sasha Banks Mercedes Mone. That's what's bothering a lot of people. It's not that she's winning belts unnecessarily. It's not that she's winning all these titles and it seems to not mean anything. It's that it doesn't mean anything. You have 8 title defenses. 3 or 4 of those have been with CMLL belts, but you have 12 titles. You're not defending the belts you're winning, which means that nobody's benefiting from the fact that you're holding the titles. So what it seems that needs to happen is that Mercedes needs to defend her belts. She needs to go back to these companies and put in the work that is required of the name recognition guy or name recognition wrestler that has gone to the company, won the title, and now holds the title. You need to go back and defend it once or twice and then lose it to company guy so that company guy can become a strong champion by beating future Hall of Famer Mercedes, just like Charles Mason defeated Bully Ray and Tomohiro Ishii. You need to go back and defend those belts. And until you do, the belts are pointless, the wins are pointless, and the companies, unfortunately, are pointless. Remember to like and share this video and subscribe to this channel, and visit the Eric J on Sports website, and follow me on Facebook at Eric J on Sports 1 and on Instagram and Twitter at Eric J on Sports. And for Eric J on Sports, I'm Eric J, and this is what I think.